Hi everyone, it's Carrie with Happy Fish Tarot, reeling in wisdom from the Sea of Tarot. If you are working towards anything big in your life, I think you might be able to relate to what I'm going to discuss today. There's this thing that happens to us whenever we're trying to achieve something in our lives. So maybe you know what it is that you want. Maybe you want to grow a successful business, or maybe you want to publish a novel, or you want to buy your dream home, whatever that thing is that you want. And even more than wanting it, you've probably already started laying out some of the groundwork and taking some steps towards making that a reality. Well, for most of us, eventually as we start kind of watching the unfolding and working towards getting what we want, this ugly little phase crops up where we become really impatient. I think the Seven of Pentacles is a good illustration of this concept. So in the picture, we see someone who seems to have already been putting in a lot of diligent work towards making something happen. And now he's in a phase where he's taking a step back and looking at how things are unfolding. He might be starting to see the first few fruits of his labor, but he knows there's still a way to go with this. Now, I will say that this figure seems to have a lot more patience than I do. When I want something to happen, I want it to happen now. So it almost seems like the universe has arranged things for me over and over again so that I can learn this lesson and learn how to make peace with being in the waiting game. So I found for myself that whenever I start moving into the stress game instead of staying in the more proactive striving mentality, that's when the universe will typically come in and throw the brakes on and force me into the waiting game. And it's usually next to impossible to move forward from the waiting game until you find peace with the waiting game. So now the question comes up, how do you actually find peace with the waiting game? It is much easier said than done in my experience, but I have been working with a couple of tactics lately that have actually proven to be really useful, so I'm going to share them with you. The first tactic is really simple, and it's just using an affirmation or a mantra. This would be a statement that you choose that helps you bring you back to a peaceful place instead of going off into a stressful place. So my affirmation is, I trust the expansion of the universe. And every time I repeat this, it helps me shift out of the stress paradigm and realize that I can only do so much striving. I do have to work, I do have to take action steps to get the results that I want, but I can't control everything. And when I get stressed, I'm just sapping up energy that I could be using on something productive. So saying this affirmation helps bring me out of that stress mentality and frees up some of that energy I need to continue to do my work and then let the universe do its work. And then one more tactic that I found to be useful, and I will forewarn you, when I first read this, I read this in Spirituality and Health magazine, and I thought it sounded incredibly cheesy, but I tried it and it was actually immensely powerful for me, so it might prove to be useful for you as well. So this is kind of a visualization. What you'll do is you'll picture what it is that you want. So if you're working towards building a business, or again, if you're working towards creating a novel, if you're wanting to buy your beautiful new dream home, whatever that thing is that you want, you picture it being in front of you and being engulfed in a small golden ball of light. And then you will just envision the ball of light simply floating away from you to be carried away by the universe. And this is a symbolic visualization to get your mentality into a place of trusting that what you need will come back to you when the timing is right, so that instead of being in that stressful place, you can continue to take the next step in the right direction and then place the rest of your trust in the divine timing. So I hope those strategies might prove useful. I'm sorry about the lighting. I did what I could with it and things happen. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and check me out at happyfishtarot.com. I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.